Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2021 Winter Marble Algolympics Qualifiers. This is Professor CC19, and it is the start of a brand new year and a brand new season of marble racing, as the four events you see on your screen will determine the 8 teams that will today join the other 8 teams that are already qualified for the first ever winter edition of the Algolympics. You see on your screen right now the overview of the first event, Ultimate Bull Brawl. Your hosts, Mystic Twisters, for this year's Algolympics took your suggestions to heart and made Bull Brawl an actual event, with some improvements and an added catch. You see on your screen there the teams competing in Heat 1, 8 of the 16 competing today: Wintergreens, Aquamarines, Icers, Brownies, Strawberry Streamers, Crimson Crusaders, Team Transparent, and one of the new teams, the Coral Reefers, along with their individual representative marbles. And as you see Coral Reefers getting a jump on this course, you see some of the added improvements and the catch. One of the catches is gravity is reversed for this course. The Mystic Twisters have some unique features added in for this year's games. More to be seen as we get through the qualifiers and into the main games, but also the other catch. This is all about the art of staying alive as long as possible. It is not about racing to the finish line. It is about being in the bowls as long as possible. So the first team to finish will be finishing in last place. And the last team to go through the final bowl, the red bowl at the very top, or bottom, is the winner. The team with the highest amount of time between the two groups will win 25 points and the gold in this first qualifying event. Now, with all the rules set out, you can see going into this final bowl, the teams are all pretty close as collision is on. Crimson Crusaders and Team Transparent, the first 2 teams into the final bowl. Who will budge first? Crimson Crusaders with not much momentum, and they are through first. Wintergreens right behind, then the Icers, not necessarily good for them. Aquamarines are through next, then the Brownies. Coral Reefers and Strawberry Streamers very close. Coral Reefers get second, and Team Transparent with T-Yellow will win Heat 1. Now, this is not a guaranteed gold. This is just a good position to be in going into the second heat with the 8 remaining teams to go. And the longer Team Transparent holds on, as you saw, quite a big difference between Team Transparent and the rest of the teams there, the better it is for them. Yes, a 16-second difference almost between T-Yellow and even the team in second, while Voyager, the Crimson Crusaders, and Peppermint of the Wintergreen struggling with times in the 1-minute 16-second range. Now we have Azure Royals, one of the fan favorites, Yellowfellows, Jack's Jokers, and 3 of the new teams in Onyx Orbs, Navajo Rollers, and Team Skyan, along with Black Knights and Team Neon here in Heat 2 of 2. We'll see who gets off to a good and bad start. What seems to be good is actually the opposite in this event. The best start is the team that is moving the slowest, which right now is Team Neon. Now joining some of the other teams in that second bowl, Onyx Orbs with a great angle, unfortunately fell through just a hair too quickly, now down already into that final smaller bowl, as Team Neon managing to miss the collision with Azure Royals, and now Team Neon is alone with a massive lead going into this final stretch. But things can change very quickly. Team Neon needs to have that advantage stay while the next bowl clears. Any collisions are going to cause them to catch up with everyone else, but they managed to avoid it. Team Neon doing a spectacular job in this event thus far, while all the other teams are down in that second to last bowl fighting, and now Azure Royals are the first team into the final bowl in this second match. A great bounce, though. Being alone in a bowl isn't necessarily a bad thing, even being far down, because you have more room and space to bounce and use the bowl to your advantage. And Navajo Rollers, unfortunately, are not able to do that, followed by Yellowfellows, Jack's Jokers, and Black Knights, teams going down very quickly. Onyx Orbs just going through there next. Good job, 4th place for this that rookie team in this event. Team Skyan, 3rd place, doing even better. Then the Azure Royals, even though they were first going into that last bowl, they had the most space to bounce around, and that actually benefited them. They wound up getting 2nd place. And then there is Team Neon, still going, still has 2 bowls to go, and no marbles at all to get in their way. So at this point, it looks like Team Neon has already surpassed, potentially, Team Transparent's time, and is going to run away with the victory in this event. In fact, we're actually going to not make you sit through all of what Team Neon did. Although my watch time is probably going to increase just because of Team Neon. So, Team Neon, thank you very much from the Professor CC19 family. And they are benefiting themselves more so, as they are definitely going to get a win in this event. Fast forwarded, they're finally into the final bowl, but it's still taking a while. If we were sponsored, this would be the point where we would go to commercial break, but yep, now we just have Team Neon. Team Neon has mastered the bowls. They're going to get gold in this first event, and I believe Team Transparent will get silver because their 16-second time difference was better than the Azure Royals. All right, we're taking a moment to catch our breath here. A great first event, and an interesting ending as Team Neon is still going. And going. Lot to cover here. There we go. Team Neon has finally finished the course for our first event, Ultimate Bowl Brawl. The Mystic Twisters will be happy to know your thoughts about this course, so leave them in the comment section below what you think about Ultimate Bowl Brawl. And we don't really even have a time for Team Neon. That was utterly incredible. However, at a 1:15, Pueblo of the Navajo Rollers is the rookie team that has done the worst. You can see Team Neon, Team Transparent, and Azure Royals, 3 veteran teams, are your podium for this first event. But look who's right behind them. Coral Reefers and Skyan, Onyx Orbs with 9 points in 7th place, also in the top half. So at this point, 3 of the rookie teams are in your top 8 and going to qualify, but a lot can still happen. Now we move on to our second event in qualifying, and that is the ski jump, a slight modification of the long jump from last year, meant to be on the ski slopes going down to that icy spinner. Our first group here, as we're going in groups of 4, is Team Neon, Aquamarines, Strawberry Streamers, and the Onyx Orbs. Now, collision is off. That means all the teams are running at the same time and cannot interfere with one another. Who will get the best jump? First, it is Team Neon once again. Looks like Aquamarines the worst, not quite to 40. Onyx Orbs past 40. Strawberry Streamers past 70. And Team Neon past 90. They are in excellent position. 2 events in. Now we have match 2. Icers, Yellowfellas, Coral Reefers, and the Crimson Crusaders. Coral Reefers, the only rookie team in this matchup. We'll see how they can handle the competition with the other veteran teams. It looks like pretty well, but not as well as some of the others. Man, Icers past 120. Yellowfellas, though, not quite to 60. Coral Reefers past 80. Good job by the Crimson Crusaders, second in this heat. But man, Icers rivaling the Algolympics record that they set briefly and then had broken by the Mintergreens, who are in this heat, along with Brownies, Jacks, Jokers, and Azure Royals, coming off a bronze in our first qualification event. We'll see who can do the best here. The 3 teams that are going for speed go relatively the same distance. It looks like Jack's Jokers was worst, Brownies slightly better, and then Mintergreens all just past 70, but Azure Royals even managing to surpass the Icers and getting 1 step closer to that record, not quite able to break it, but Azure Royals in first place just past 121. 4 teams left to go, Black Knights, Skyan, Team Transparent, and the Navajo Rollers, 2 rookie teams in this matchup. Which one of them will do better? Navajo Rollers need something good after getting last in that first event. They hit first and get a great angle. A lot of height and a lot of distance, and it is good enough for third. Black Knights, not so much though. They are behind Yellowfellas. Skyan just barely managing to beat Yellowfellas. Team Transparent, not much better. But Navajo Rollers easily win that matchup to get bronze in the ski jump. Event number 2, that should benefit them greatly. And Azure Royals in great shape after a bronze and then a gold. Icers finished in the bottom half in the Bull Brawl. This is going to benefit them greatly as well. Not so for the Onyx Orbs, one of our other rookie teams, or the Aquamarines looking for their first time qualifying for an Algolympics. Here are the overall standings. Just for this event, Azure Royals, Icers, and Navajo Rollers are your podium, our first rookie team on a podium. And now you see the overall standings with Azure Royals and Team Neon with a massive advantage over everybody else, while Aquamarines, Black Knights, and Yellowfellas struggling yet to even hit the double digits in points. Now, once again, point system is the same as the main Algolympics events, and it is cumulative over 4 events. The top 8 after the last event will qualify for the main games, and the other 8 will go to an alternate event, a new event that we have not featured yet. Now you can see block pushing. The team's trying to push the ice blocks going down the ramp, trying to push them as far as possible. It looks like Yellowfellas and Team Neon are very close. 25-7 just about for Yellowfellas, and man, that is close, but that is not quite 25-7 for Neon. Yellowfellas, they need the help. They're going to win the first heat over Team Neon, then Skyan, and the Brownies. Now we have Coral Reefers, Black Knights, Mintergreens, and Team Transparent in this second matchup for block pushing. A good boost to the Coral Reefers, but a good boost for the whole team of the Black Knights. Let's see if they can manage the win in this matchup, and it looks like they can. Black Knights, very well done, almost to 28. Actually, no, not quite to 27. Then Coral Reefers just beating out Transparent. Mintergreens got last in that matchup. It is not looking good for them once again. 2018 was their year, but the Mintergreens have been struggling since then. Now we have Icers and Jack's Jokers with a great push going down the ramp. Not so much for the Onyx Orbs, but man, look at the Icers. Their team is all bunched up once again, and they are going to have the best push yet, past 28 for the Icers. Pushing that ice block seems to suit them well. Jack's Jokers just passed 22, actually not quite, then the Onyx Orbs in third. Now we have our final matchup already of block pushing. This is a very fast-paced qualifiers. Azure Royals, Strawberry Streamers, Navajo Rollers, and the Aquamarines. Who will get the best push? And a great hit by that spinner goes to Strawberry Streamers. They separate 2 and 2. Navajo Rollers with a strong push as well. They're going to get past 30. But look at this. Strawberry Streamers outshining everyone else. They get 42 meters and are going to easily win block pushing by a mile. Now, Navajo Rollers do get second place, so their second podium in a row for a rookie team. Aquamarines, middle of the pack, then Azure Royals actually towards the bottom. They don't really have anything to worry about, though, considering how well they did in the first 2 events. You see here, Strawberry Streamers, Navajo Rollers, and Icers are your top 3 in this event, your podium. Black Knights and Yellowfellas finally with a good finish. Not so for the Mintergreens. Mintergreens going to slip down to last. And we have 4 teams guaranteed. Team Neon, Strawberry Streamers, Azure Royals, and Icers are all guaranteed to make it to the Algolympics first ever winter edition in 2021. But now it comes down to those other 4 spots to be filled. We have no rookie teams guaranteed at this point. Team Skyan is in 8th, 1 point clear of the Black Knights. So if Team Skyan does well in this event, they can guarantee their position. But if any of the bottom 8 also do well, they could jeopardize the position of the Coral Reefers, Team Transparent, or the Navajo Rollers. It is all coming down to the Alpine climb. A slightly extended version of rock climbing. Collision is on. It is all about getting through the crowd and getting your pace going up this summit. And Team Skyan, indeed, is off to a great start doing just that, along with Jack's Jokers, Onyx Orbs, and Black Knights behind in 4th position. Team Skyan was past the halfway point, but then almost fell back to the start there, but they got a saving hand, a helping hand from Onyx Orbs and Black Knights. Now we have Jack's Jokers and Skyan dueling each other for the lead position about 3/4 the way through the uphill section of this course. An unusual hit between the 2 of them sends them in opposite directions. Who can get over this final challenge spot? Now Onyx Orbs and Yellowfellas are getting into the picture. Now Yellowfellas were in 10th, 1 spot behind Black Knights, but they fall back big time. Skyan, very close to punching their ticket, guaranteeing themselves a spot as a rookie team in this year's Algolympics. Jack's Jokers close behind, and the Onyx Orbs. This actually might come down to a battle between the rookie teams. Skyan is in, And Onyx Orbs passes for second place. But we have T Green of Team Transparent in third, and the Coral Reefer, that is fourth, and the Coral Reefers in fifth. That means it is all going to come down to the Navajo Rollers. If the Navajo Rollers get last place in this event, I believe we will have to go to a tie. I believe. I am not 100% certain, but at this point, the Navajo Rollers are the only team left yet to be guaranteed their spot. We have Crimson Crusaders, Aquamarines, and Icers coming down through. Aquamarines beating out those other two teams in this final section. Icers also beating out Crimson Crusaders. A lot of momentum to the end. Doesn't really matter for some of these other teams. But here we go. This is going to be the last guaranteed spot. Here they come. Navajo Rollers getting by. Not quite Yellowfellas, but it is not really going to matter too much because they are going to guarantee themselves 2 points and a spot in the Algolympics main games. What a fall from grace for the Black Knights, however. They got off to a good start in this event, just nothing came of it. They're going to get dead last. Exactly the opposite of what they needed to do. But man, Onyx Orbs and Jack's Jokers, they are not going to make it, I believe. But what a great effort by the two of them. They're going to get a podium in this final event in the Alpine climb. Silver goes to the Onyx Orbs, and bronze to Jack's Jokers. They would have a chance to make it apart from Team Transparent and Coral Reefers finishing right behind them, and that is going to do it. It is going to guarantee that Team Skyan makes it. They came in clutch with a gold in this final event. And this actually turned out to be more of a battle between the rookie teams to fill those spots in the first ever winter edition of the Algolympics. We see Team Neon, Strawberry Streamers, and Icers are top 3. Skyan jumps up several spots to 4th. Transparent, Azure Royals, Coral Reefers, and Navajo Rollers have all qualified for the 2021 Algolympics. You see our full field right here. Onyx Orbs and Jack's Jokers just missed out, and Minter Greens continue their fall from grace, getting dead last. You will see these teams again coming soon for the first ever winter edition, hosted by the Mystic Twisters, of the Marble Algolympics. And that is going to be premiering February 20th. This has been Professor CC19. Please subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.